As a public elected officials, all of us must be concerned that our government could have anyway been involved in drug trafficking.
Home is where the heart is, and guess what? Jay Harris, she's home.
I'm home.
She's home. Jay, talk a little bit about where you grew up and how you grew up.
Okay. Well, I grew up on 26th and Elm, 2655. They called it Nightmare on Elm Street. We were one of the hubs of like the big gang activity and everything that was going on. There was often like newspaper articles that came out about our block that there were like 5 crack houses on one block. You know, like we were the center of it all. You know, like my brothers got involved in the gangs. My brother and cousin, my uncles and mom, they all got involved in crack. So they were the victims of this thing that came into the community. So by the time I'm like at the age of memories, they were already caught up.
I just went to my mom. I said, Mom, I'm on these drugs and I need help. And I don't want my babies to go through that. So please, will you take them so that the court doesn't take them?
It wasn't just a coincidence. It was never just chance. The crack cocaine epidemic of the 1980s and the rise of gangs in the 1990s didn't happen in isolation. They were products of something deeper, something designed, a plan carefully constructed, set into motion to dismantle communities of color across America.
So you had the CIA finally coming to the table and admitting that what we reported in the 80s and what Webb reported in the 90s was in fact true.
No one knew the toll that this domestic terrorizing would take on our communities. But for every life lost to addiction, for every family shattered by incarceration, there were those who channeled their pain into art, music, poetry, into greatness. Well, you know, we're gonna take this all across the nation, and my goal is I'm gonna bring some industry people here who come from places like this, you know, around the country, and we're gonna mentor the local filmmakers in each city so that they can keep it going when we're not here. It's a part of history that we have to document, you know?
Who are these people?
These are some people from my block that I grew up on.
Wow.
I'm just a person trying to figure it out. I'm just a guy trying to figure this life out now. This life outside of this gangbanging stuff.
This series dives into the lives of those who lived it, the survivors, the creators, the storytellers. We explore our past, confront our futures, and craft a new plan. Because what was meant to break us only made us stronger.
It went from like a wholesome place, fun, family orientated, you know, to like disaster, you know? So for me, it was like, I didn't want to lose. I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose at all.
What we thought was a problem was actually a plan.